Hi, this is Jamie Flinchball here with Andy Carlino from the Lean Learning Center, and this is our next video blog. And today we're going to talk about scoreboards. Scoreboards are a fundamental practice of any operation, whether you're in manufacturing or even in the office, for really a team being able to manage its own performance. So we're going to talk to you about some of the highlights of what really needs to be in place, what are the critical success factors that make scoreboards work. So what would you start out telling them, Andy?
Well, one of the first things is I think we typically talk about scoreboards as a board, and we think of it more about just the board and what's on the board rather than how do we use a scoreboard. So it's great to have your metrics on the scoreboard, and it's great to have your corrective action on the scoreboard, but what do you do with all of these things? And there's typically a couple approaches to that. One is we strongly recommend that you have what we would call huddles. And that is either before a shift or after a shift, and this doesn't make any difference whether you're in manufacturing or in a business process, but you have that group of people in that particular area huddle around their boards, and you discuss the results, either the results from yesterday, the results from the week, and certainly, most importantly, discuss the corrective actions that are on a scoreboard. A scoreboard without corrective actions is a useless board entirely. However, there's a lot of content that goes on the board as well as the use. So some of the content might be...
Yeah, so important about the board to be balanced, to be talking about safety, quality, delivery, cost. I mean, that's certainly a common and consistent way to manage operational performance metrics. And whatever you put in there and decide how you're actually going to measure those things really has to be up to your unique environment. But those four categories cover a wide range of what you should be measuring in an environment. And certainly we kind of have this set up as three rows, but your performance, you need to know where you are. You need to know how things are going. So you also need to do some analysis. You need to know why you are where you are. And then, as Andy already said, you need to know what you're doing about it. So there's a little bit about each part of this, what results you're getting, why you're getting them, and what you're doing about them. And all of that really needs to be in one place so people can have valid conversations around it.
Yeah, and the real challenge of scoreboards is, we've found often, is who keeps score? Who's actually putting these metrics on the boards? Who's taking care of making sure this content is on the board? You really want the people at the point of activity who are actively engaged, who you are measuring, to be responsible for actually putting this information on the board. That means you need to make it as simple as possible. And they don't have to be fancy Excel sheets or fancy Pareto diagrams or things like that. You can have individuals that are just putting a red, yellow, or green indicator on a daily basis on how well they're doing maybe against any one of these particular measures. And that's what you really want to try to strive for, so that you take kind of a lot of the effort out of actually having to get this content together and subsequently maintain this content over a period of time.
And you really kind of bring that point home to the purpose and the customer of a scoreboard process. It's really easy to consider the customer the external manager that doesn't work in the area. They certainly need to be able to come in and manage, understand it, and even have some good conversations. But the customer is the team themselves. There should be metrics that they understand. We've certainly seen some metrics that the CFO might understand, but the team doesn't understand. So those should be metrics that they understand, and the best ones of all should be predictive. They should be things that help them make decisions about how they're going to perform in the future or what they need to do so that they get better results down the road. So the purpose of it is to help the team understand where they are and make good decisions as a team so they can manage their performance as best they can.
Yeah. Any measurement on a scoreboard that they can't impact is a useless measurement.
Absolutely. So again, with Andy Carlino, this is Jamie Flinchball, and hope you'll visit again soon. Thank you.